Today, I'm going to be talking about how to be an emotionally intelligent woman. I think this is a very, very important topic to talk about because there are a lot of people that are not very emotionally intelligent, and in the ways that they react or interact with us, they make our lives harder. And I think being an emotionally intelligent person, an emotionally intelligent woman will help you navigate the situations a lot better and will also go a very long way to improve your own quality of life, make you feel more comfortable and confident in the way you navigate spaces, relationships, friendships, and all of that jazz. So, as usual, I came up with a few steps or things I think you can do that will help you become a lot more emotionally intelligent. And that is what we're going to be talking about in this video. Let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. We do amazing things on this channel. And if you're coming back, then I'm very happy to have you here. The only reason that I'm here is because you're here and you're here like mad because we've crossed 1,000 subscribers and we're monetized, and I'm very excited if you can tell. So yeah, thank you for being here. So first of all, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is like being a pro at handling your emotions and also being a pro at understanding the emotions of other people and how these emotions relate, interact, and play together, basically. Having ownership of your thoughts, having ownership of your feelings, and having ownership of your reactions and actions based off these thoughts and feelings, how the external factors play to trigger your emotions and how you deal with that, and even the emotions that come internally just from things that you're processing on your own and how life is happening to you and how you react in that way. So, how can you be an emotionally intelligent woman? And I'm going to start with the point that I kind of always say on almost every video, and that is self-awareness. You have to be self-aware to even begin the journey of being an emotionally intelligent woman. And what do I mean by that? Who are you? um what makes you thick, what makes you thin, like what is important to you, what are your values, what are the things that are of consequence to you. I think having an understanding of these things will go a very long way and will help you kickstart your journey of being an emotionally intelligent person or an emotionally intelligent woman. For example, emotional intelligence would help you react well in a situation, right? So if someone says something that is super annoying that would typically rile you up and have you acting out, being emotionally intelligent means that you will not react in that way, right? And being self-aware is what will help you not react in that way because first of all, you'll be able to take stock of the situation. What is it that this person has said? Does it really matter to me? If it matters to me and they've said it in a way that pisses me off, then I can understand why I would react angrily. But then on the other hand, because I'm self-aware, I know that this is not the type of reaction that I want to have because I'm holding myself to a higher standard of accountability, for example. And so that then means that my emotionally intelligent response to that situation would be to maybe be quiet or think about it or speak in hushed tones or take a break and come back when I'm feeling a bit more level-headed and things like that. So basically, having self-awareness and being intentional about being a self-aware person will go a very long way to help you act out emotional intelligence and even have it and practice it as a part of your own life and day to day. I think another huge part of emotional intelligence is empathy, because empathy allows you to step into the shoes of other people and take into account what it is that they're feeling, how a thing makes them feel, why it hurts them, and just hold space for them and have grace for their situation that they're in or their context, whatever that may look like. And a lot of times we have people in conversation, we see it on Twitter all the time, right? Where we're like, these people just lack emotional intelligence because they're very rash, they're very mean, they're saying really hurtful things. And every now and then we're like, be kind to people, be kind. You don't have to be so mean to people, be nice, be this, be that. And then after a few weeks, we're back to basics of behaving in ways that we've literally just said we shouldn't behave in. And What solves that problem, I think, is having empathy, being able to draw lines and say, you know what? This is not an okay thing to say to someone because I understand that they're going through a hard time. This is not an okay thing to say to someone, period. Why? Because I can see them. I can relate to the fact that they're having a hard time. Even if I don't personally relate or personally understand what it is they're going through, I can still hold space for their situation and their context and be able to be a good person to them in the way that I act, in the things that I say, and just the way that I'm reacting in general. So emotional intelligence will come as a result of having practiced empathy and making empathy a big part of your day to day and your life in general, right? And how you interact with people, your friends, your family, and all of that stuff. Another big thing with emotional intelligence is emotional regulation. And that means being able to control and take ownership of your feelings. A lot of times we are feeling really crazy things. Feelings are crazy. I feel like that's not something I need to overstate. Anxiety, anger, depression, frustration, disappointment, we feel a lot of things in our body. And I say body and I say that seriously because for me, a lot of times when I'm experiencing very heightened emotions, I physically feel it in my body. My chest is paining me. My back is tight. Like I can feel it going through my body and flowing through my veins, honestly. And in moments where you're experiencing such heightened emotions, it's almost like you desperately need an outlet. And that's what has people shouting, raising voices, breaking things. Not ideal, right? Not ideal at all. If you're breaking things, you're causing financial damage to yourself and to other people. If you're raising your voice and shouting at people, you are causing dents in relationships that sometimes you might not be able to fix. So emotional regulation is a huge, huge thing. You need to practice being in control of your emotions. What is a better way to react when you're angry? Also, are you angry? Are you upset? Are you hurt? What exactly is it that you're feeling? And how better can you regulate these emotions? For me, I have tried and tested, like they're tried, they're tested, they're true ways that I regulate my emotions. Taking walks, writing, listening to music, just sitting down quietly on the ground, cold floor specifically, like on tiles or just something that can calm me down in a sensory way. Going outside, feeling the breeze, taking walks, moving my body, taking account of nature, listening to birds, watching the trees like swing, different things like that, that in that moment almost feel like I'm going out to touch grass. And it's like a grounding experience for me, as opposed to not being emotionally intelligent by just acting out and being irrational and being rash. This is not to say that the feelings that you're feeling are not valid because they definitely are. But the fact that they're valid doesn't give you the right to use that to behave badly, if that makes sense. You have to hold yourself to a higher standard of accountability. And that calls for more healthy coping mechanisms and just behaving better, full stop. Like, just be better. Another point for becoming a more emotionally intelligent woman is to cultivate social skills. And by social skills, I'm referring to listening skills, talking skills, networking, interpersonal relationship skills, basically. Listening skills, I think, is a big one because a lot of times we're so focused on talking and sounding smart. So when we're listening, we're not actively listening. We're listening very passively while in the whole time you're literally just thinking of what to say to make you sound smart or what you can contribute to a conversation. And maybe if you're fighting with someone, you're listening to have a retort so that you have the last say, as opposed to actually actively listening where you are paying attention to what is being said, paying attention to deciphering the meaning of what is being said, reading body language, listening to words, and trying to interpret situations and actually understand the emotion that is trying to be passed across to you with the words that are being spoken. Listening is a very, very big deal. So many people are bad at it, and I just don't want you to be one of those people. If you want to be a better, like, emotionally intelligent woman, basically, and show up as a better version of yourself in the spaces that you find yourself, learn how to talk to people as well. So yes, a lot of people like to talk, but do we really know how to talk? Because you're saying very hurtful things. You're not able to read the room. So you're cracking jokes at inappropriate times. your points are flying over people's heads just because you're not able to articulate yourself in the best possible ways and in ways that are making sense to the people that are listening to you. There's also just interpersonal skills like knowing when to help someone, being able to ask if someone needs a helping hand, being able to carry a conversation, participate in a conversation, know when to be quiet, know when to stand up, know when to clap, and just various other interpersonal skills that I think learning them and being good at them will also help you show up as a more emotionally intelligent woman, which will in turn just make your life better, I think. Very last one that I want to touch on today is development and growth. Nobody knows it all. I don't know it all. A lot of things I talk about on this channel, I'm learning in real time or I've just recently learned. But I think development and growth is a big thing. If emotional intelligence or your EQ is something that you have decided to become better at, or it's a thing that you think you're lacking in and you've decided that I'm tired of the sort of conflicts I'm finding in my life and I want to become better at this so I can show up as a better version of myself and participate better in the relationships that I have in my life, then it's something that you have to be committed to developing and being committed to learning. Read a book, ask questions. You have a smartphone, use Google, learn, 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 learn. You will not learn in isolation. You will not learn by not seeking knowledge. Knowledge is so available these days. I mean, there's this video. If you came to YouTube and searched up emotional intelligence, you would find a lot of videos that will help you become better at that. So you just have to be determined and prioritize developing and learning and growing so that you are actively becoming better every day. There's no best version of yourself. I don't think there is, but I think there is always a better version. And that better version only comes by having a dedication to growing and being better and showing up better. So if you have enjoyed this video and you think it has helped you, maybe understand the concept of emotional intelligence or understand why or how you can be more emotionally intelligent, then don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, send it to all your friends and all their friends as well. And tell me in the comment section, what do you think about emotional intelligence? When was the first time you learned about emotional intelligence? And do you think it makes your life better? Practicing emotional intelligence. Anyways, I will see you on the next video. Bye.